let's see if this was spicy. Okay, here we are. First question. What are your thoughts on hookup culture, sleeping around? You good? All right. By the way, they have some wine in their mugs as well.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So
I
thoughts,
just want to know.
Okay, thoughts. I don't know if you're putting these questions in the bottom here too, but what are your thoughts on hookup culture, sleeping around? So I have to answer, right?
Yes.
All right, so I think that's kind of like a two-part. It is a two-part question, but
Yes.
I mean, my thoughts on the hookup culture now. If we're talking about just you meet someone today and like within 20 minutes you're hooking up.
What do you mean by hooking up? Having sex?
Yeah,
sex.
so the
Sleeping
hookup
around.
the hookup culture, it's actually sleeping around. So that's what
sorry.
they describe.
We've been
sleeping
off the
around.
market for 20 years.
So
Yes,
what's the-
I know. I'm sorry.
So,
So
body count.
hookup culture, it means sleeping around.
In a constant basis.
I guess.
Okay.
Well,
On
so
a constant
the
basis,
question. Uh-huh.
Okay, so
answer the question.
So the answer to my question, I mean, I always have found that you have to find the person that that you want to be with, right? To then give yourself up, right? Give that body up. I mean, the sleep around culture, it could be okay, possibly for some people for a little bit, but it probably will get old. I don't know. This might get old a little bit because, you will never, if you get so deep into it, I think, and then years go by, etc., you might not get to the point where you actually are going to appreciate, maybe that long-term, or when you get to the point where you want that long-term relationship, it might be a little bit hard to identify because you've seen so many things, experienced so many things with so many different people. So that's my thoughts on it.
As many of you know, it's funny because we talk about this all the time. That culture, obviously, the ones that do it, no judgment. This is not a judgment. No judgment zone whatsoever, Kudos to you. But I always say that, and we always laugh about it. And it's funny, maybe that question came from that. I always telling the team, like, if me and Jeremy for some reason ever, separate or something, I will be the last gotten laid woman in the history. Because for me in particular, again, no judgment zone. Whoever can do it and can differentiate how to be sane and do that, to each its own. But to me, I need to have a connection with the individual. I just cannot give up myself.
Yeah.
Like that. I want somebody in my body that I connect, and I want to create something. I'm not, and you guys know, I hate short conversations and short talks. I'm about creating moments and creating memories of each individual that come to my life and everything in my aspect in life. So to me, that would not fly with me because I'm a person of creating memory with individual and getting to know the person. So if anybody tried to get me to hook up, that person will go home hungry because I'm not getting them any piece of my meat.
Yeah.
This filet mignon, baby, is gonna be aged.
And I've seen a lot of reels and TikToks and stuff like that of just even pranksters just funny enough, or just trying to say, hey, would you want to hook up? Like, hey, how you doing? What's your name? Okay, you want to hook up? What was my 1 to 10? And the girls are like, what? Did you really just ask me that? So, I mean, but obviously, I'm sure there's people that do it. And again, no judgment zone. If that works for you, kudos to you. I mean, I'm telling you, we're telling us, I guess, our experience of what works for us. So.